Good morning, students. Let's continue chapter 3, that is collection of data. Now the next topic is census and sample survey. Census and sample surveys. Surveys means an inquiry done by the investigation in the actual field wherefrom he wants to conduct that information or data. That is called survey. That is done by the investigator in the field for collection of data. Now there are two methods, one is census and one is sample method. Now census, have you heard this word? I am sure all of you have heard this word census, that is Census of India. Census of India, which is conducted by Government of India after every 10 years. That is Census of India. First Census of India was conducted in 1881 under the British rule, and after independence 1951. Since 1881 to 2011, the Census of India is conducted after every 10 years. Now the last census was conducted in 2011 and next census would be conducted next year 2021. Under this method, the employees appointed by the government for the collection of data related to census. What kind of data? That is male, female, number of male and female, then birth rate, death rate, death rate, literacy rate, birth rate, death rate, literacy rate, density of population, how many people are residing in 1 kilometer area, life expectancy, that is average lifespan of an individual, and even the information related to livestock, that is animals, that is also conducted. Now the employees or the personals appointed on duty, they go each and every household. It's a door-to-door survey carried out by the employees of the government. There is one body at the central level, there is state level, district level, block level, bodies are there which help in the collection of data, and thousands of employees are involved in that one. The information that we read within fractions of seconds, that is population of India in 2011 was 121.4 crore. This information takes maybe 6 months, 4 months by involving thousands of employees. Then this data is collected. Now, in the same way, census method is that method in which the data or the information is obtained from each and every unit of the population. When the data is obtained from each and every unit, each and every item or unit, the data is obtained from each and every item of the population is called census method. For example, I want to conduct the IQ test of students 11th and 12th. There are 3 streams, that is science, commerce and humanities. Near about 60 students, 40 students and 50 students. Total 150 students. Now this 150 students is my population. I will ask questions related to my IQ test from all the 150 students, then I will be able to draw my results. Now I will ask questions from each and every student. This is called census method. Now census method is suitable for an individual when the area of investigation investigation. Suitability when the area of investigation is small. Census of India for conducting by the government of India is big task. But if I will claim myself that I can do the census of country, that is impossible. Throughout of my life, even I will not be able to complete this survey. Then, census method is suitable for statisticians, for economists, for investigators when the area of investigation is small. Now, I want to conduct IQ test in 150 students, that I can do because my area of investigation is small. Then, this method is suitable with area of investigation is small. Second point is heterogeneous items. Heterogeneous means there are different items. Like all the students are not equally intelligent. All the students' IQ is not 110 or 105. Some are having 95, 98, 100, 102, 105, 110 and so on. So my items are heterogeneous. Then this method is suitable. Then merits. Census method. First merit is results are accurate. Accurate or authentic. Because the information is obtained from each and every unit, each and every item of the population. So results are accurate. Then cross-questioning, authenticity of the results is also there because cross-questioning is also possible because we are making face-to-face contact with the items or the units of the population. So if we are having any doubt, we can do cross-questioning. That is not possible in mailing method. Results are accurate, authenticity. Now there are certain demerits also. First demerit is it's expensive. Expensive in terms of time, money and efforts. If I have to do contact with 150 students, that it needs a lot of time. For asking question, I need stationery. If my survey of investigation is more than 150, 2 or 3 schools, I have to go there. That is transport, expenses, then need efforts also. Sometimes the investigators goes to door to collect information. Some people don't respond, some people don't open the door, some people open the door and after that they said that we don't have a time. So it needs lot of time, money, efforts and the investigator should be patient also to collect the information. Patience nature of the investigator. Then second demerit is that is not possible in large areas. If the area of investigation is large, then census method is not possible. As I have given you one example, if I say that I can do the census of India, maybe it's not possible throughout of my life also. So this is census method in which the information is obtained by the investigator from each and every item or unit of the population. This method is suitable when the area of investigation is small, heterogeneous items. This is having certain merits and demerits also. Merits is it's accurate because information is obtained personally by the investigator from each and every item of the universe. Results are authentic, but there are demerits also. It's time consuming, lot of efforts are required, money is involved, and if the area of investigation is large, it's very difficult to follow this method. Then what's an alternate? That is sample method. Sample method. Sample method, for example, when I cook food, to check whether the rice is cooked or not. This is my pan full of rice, and to check that whether the rice is cooked or not, I will take few grains, that is 3-4 rice I will take, and check it by pressing it whether it is cooked or not, or by eating it. I can come to know, if it presses, if I am able to eat, then I found that the whole lot is cooked. Here I have taken 3-4 grains of rice, that I have taken sample of rice. Clear? If I will follow here census method, what would happen? I will finish this entire lot, but the other family members will eat. In the same way, one more example is there, that is in laboratories when we go for any kind of test, then while taking few drops of blood, like right now there is a corona pandemic, to test whether the person is having positive or negative test of corona, they take few drops of blood, and on the basis of few drops they can come to know that the person is positive or negative. This is what? Few drops of blood is a sample. Understood? Meaning of sample. Sample means the investigator takes few items from the population. Investigator takes few items. Rather than studying each and every item, he will take few items from the population or lot, and on the basis of that the results are drawn. That is called sample survey. For example, I want to conduct an IQ test in class 11th and 12th. There are 3 streams: science, commerce, humanities. If I will take science, humanities and commerce, like there are 60 students, I will take 6 students. In humanities there are 50 students, I will take 5 students. In commerce there are 40 students, I will take 4 students. And on the basis of 15 students, out of 150, I have taken only 15 students. These 15 students consist my sample. I will take IQ test of these 15 students and I will draw the results for the whole lot, that is 150 students. This is called sample method. Understood, students? Now this method is also having its suitability, merit and demerits. When this method is suitable, when the area of investigation is large. It's difficult to go for a census method, then the investigator from the large population lot, he will pick up few items. Then the results are drawn on the basis of that few items, which is called sample. It is possible in area of investigation is large. Second is homogeneous items. Homogeneous items. Homogeneous means same, identical items are there. Suppose I have to select 2 students from my class for any kind of declamation or any kind of other, like any poem recitation competition is there. Now there are 10 students, those who come willingly for the participation in poem recitation competition. Now when I was taking their trial, I listened their poem, then I came to know that all the 10 students are homogeneous, all are speaking, their pronunciation, their voice modulation, each and everything is the same. So I find difficult to select those 2 students. Then I will follow either slip method or I will involve any third party for the selection. Then the 10 people, those who are equally efficient, that is called homogeneous item of the universe. If the entire lot is having homogeneous items and then we can pick up a few items, then the results are true representative of the entire lot. If the items are heterogeneous in nature, for example, I want to know the IQ level test of class 11th. By chance, I will pick up only like average students. then the IQ for the whole class will come 90 points, which is not a true result. If I will pick up the brilliant student of the class, then the IQ comes 110. That is also not authentic result. So, if the items are heterogeneous, then census method is suitable. If the items are homogeneous in nature, then sample method, sample survey is suitable. Now, merits and demerits. First merit is, that is, it needs less effort. It needs less effort because the results for the whole population is drawn on the basis of by picking up few items. Second is, it is less time consuming. Less time consuming. Third is, it is cheap also, because there is no need to contact with all the items of the population. On the basis of few items, results are drawn. Now this is having demerits also. Demerits is results are not less accurate or not accurate. As I have given you the example, if I will pick up only average student of the class, then the IQ will come like 90 to 95. It is not accurate result. If I will pick up or select only brilliant student from the class, then the IQ will come 110. That is also not an accurate result. So results are less accurate. Then authenticity is questionable. Authenticity is questionable, that whether the results are true or not. So these are the two methods, that is census and sample method. Now the next question, you can do it like comparison, distinguish between census and sample method. First point is meaning, then suitability, then merits and demerits. Clear students? Census and sample method.